So, good morning. My topic is cancel culture. I'd like to start with a quote by former President Barack Obama. He explains that cancel culture is not activism. It's not bringing about change. If all you're doing is casting stones, you're probably not going to get that far. So, as kind of a pretext, I'd like to explain what specifically it is, because there's probably a lot of questions. Online it says it's a form of boycott in which the called out person is also thrust out of social or professional circles. So I like to think of it as like a TV show. You know, you're essentially canceled. It usually happens online, although it is possible to happen in the real life. So why should y'all be informed specifically? Well, it's happening all around us currently. It could affect you or someone, an influencer you're currently watching or attached to. It's important to know how to avoid it, go about it morally, and defending yourself from it if you happen to be being the one being canceled. Why am I the one to tell you this? Well, I spent a lot of years online and I've seen how many have gone through the situation, how it ends and how it starts, and how they specifically dealt with it. So today I'm going to focus specifically on the dangers. My topics are the continuation of it, so the repetition, how it can lead to extreme corporate acts, and how it could possibly ruin lives. So my first topic is the repetition of it, why it happens over and over again. So in it itself, it can be harmful, but the repetition of it, in my opinion, makes it worse. So some examples briefly are James Charles, Logan Paul, and Kanye West. To go more in depth on specifically Kanye West, MAH00496 of CNN explains some people certainly try to cancel the rapper by swearing off his music and criticizing his viewpoints. End quote. It takes one slip up for this to happen, and that's why it continues to happen repeatedly. So in and itself, I'd say that makes it dangerous. So my third topic is the extreme corporate acts that come from this. Corporations seem to make really bold acts when a particular person is being canceled. So one specific situation explained by Sandra Gonzalez of CNN, she explains a comedian on SNL who was fired after 4 days for bigoted comments on Twitter. Another example is last year, famous director James Gunn, most famous for Guardians of the Galaxy. He had tweeted some tweets, which were mostly jokes, but as soon as they were resurfaced, Disney chose to fire him, and he, for a while, stopped production was halted on Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is why it's delayed. So, in the long scheme of things, there's no reasoning for it, but it still happens. So, to my third topic, the fact that it has the possibility of ruining lives. So, one controversial example would be Kevin Spacey. As kind of a caution, I'm not downplaying nor justifying his accusations. So after the accusations came out of Kevin Spacey, his life kind of went downhill. He was removed from almost every movie he was in, and his face was wiped off his most famous TV show, being House of Cards. So that's one glaring example. So to conclude, I'd like to recap. My main points were the repetition aspect, the fact that the extreme acts that corporations might make of it, and the fact that it ruins lives. I'd like to end with a quote. I believe it's worth thinking about what accountability looks like beyond simply exiling someone. In doing so, we can position ourselves more firmly within the values of social justice. Thank you.